Hello everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to explore a touching story about a man who has lost his memory, a woman who never gives up on him, and a small winter clue that could change everything, a forgotten motorcycle and a past waiting to be uncovered. If you enjoy emotional, real-life stories like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. The winter wind bites hard as it sweeps across the neat green rows on the hillside. Diem and Toan stand side by side, knives in their hands, carefully cutting down big, round cauliflowers. He bends down, cuts a cauliflower cleanly, and places it carefully into the basket. As they work, Diem talks, filling the silence with stories from her past. When she looks at Toan, her lips curve into a small smile. The market is already alive when they arrive. Diem settles down beside her basket of cauliflowers, arranging them neatly. She weighs each head with practiced hands, checking for quality, and greets passersby with a bright, open smile. Toan sits a short distance away, watching her. He doesn't say much, but his eyes follow her movements. Seeing her like this, confident, capable, glowing with quiet energy, puts him at ease. Customers stop, drawn by the size and freshness of the cauliflowers. Some joke about the cold, others bargain playfully. Laughter breaks out here and there, cutting through the chill. One by one, the cauliflowers disappear from the basket. And the basket is finally empty. She lets out a satisfied breath and smiles. Air makes the moment feel special, almost intimate. Back at the house, the old lady sits alone. The wind slips through the cracks in the walls, cold fingers sneaking inside. She pulls on another layer of clothing, rubbing her arms for warmth. Her thoughts drift, as they often do, to Toan. Is he cold out there, she wonders. Did he wear a thick enough jacket? Since Diem found him and brought him back into her life, things have changed. Come back to him. Maybe they'll all be happy together. The house may be cold and lonely, but the warmth Diem brings into their lives makes it bearable. On the way back from the market, Diem stops to drop off a few items. As she chats briefly with another vendor, the woman suddenly looks at Toan more closely, her expression shifting with recognition. Wait, the vendor says slowly, isn't he the man who left a white Airblade motorcycle here over a month ago? He never came back for it. Diem freezes for a second. Her heart skips. She asks for more details, listening carefully as the vendor explains what she remembers. Diem tells her that the mission, but he only looks confused. He shakes his head. He doesn't remember anything about a motorcycle or leaving it behind or that day at all. Diem asks a few more questions at determination. The contrast between the freezing air and the warmth of her search for the truth makes the moment feel significant, like the start of something new. When they step into the old lady's yard, the first thing Diem notices is the mess. Chickens wander freely, feathers scattered across the ground, the cold air carrying the faint smell of ash and damp earth. Without saying a word, she sets her basket down, rolls up her sleeves, and starts tidying up. She gently shoos the chickens back into their corner, gathering stray feathers and clearing a small path to the door. Inside the house, the cold feels heavier. The walls seem to hold onto it, and the floor chills her feet even through her shoes. Diem crouches down and starts a fire, stacking dry wood with practice to make space feel less lonely. He helps where he can, handing her pieces of wood, though he's not sure if he's doing it right. She smiles at him encouragingly. As the fire grows stronger, Diem turns to him, her expression thoughtful. I've been thinking, she says gently, maybe you could come live with me at the doctor's mother's house. It would be easier for me to take care of you. The words hang in the air. Toan doesn't answer right away. His brows knit together as he thinks. The idea tempts him more than he wants to admit, but hesitation creeps in. "I don't want to cause trouble," he says slowly. "The old lady saved me. I should stay here and repay her kindness." Tu Diem nods, understanding. "I know, and I'm grateful to her too." She pauses, then adds softly, "If it's uncomfortable," and the world felt empty. Leaving her feels wrong, but at the same time, being closer to Tu Diem feels right in a way he can't explain. She steps closer and gently takes his, whispering a small prayer into the darkness, that he will remember, that he will be happy, and that Tu Diem will continue to be the light guiding him forward. The following days pass in a steady rhythm. Tu Diem and Toan return to the fields, working side by side. Each day, Toan grows more confident. His hands move faster, his posture more relaxed. Sometimes, when Tu Diem explains something, he understands immediately, as if the knowledge has been sleeping inside him all along. At the market, familiar faces greet them now. Vendors nod, customers smile. Toan begins to help more, carrying baskets, handling money under Tu Diem's watchful eye. He still makes mistakes, but she never scolds him. Instead, she laughs lightly and corrects him, turning every error into a lesson. With each passing day, their bond deepens. It's not loud or dramatic. It grows quietly through shared glances, small conversations, and the comfort of routine. The cold winter remains unforgiving, but together they face it with less fear. One afternoon, as they walk back from the market, Toan suddenly stops. His head throbs, and he grips his temple, eyes squeeze shut. Images flash in his mind, a road, the sound of an engine, headlights cutting through darkness. He gasps, unsteady on his feet. Tu Diem rushes to him, panic rising. "Toan! What's wrong?" He opens his eyes slowly, breathing hard. I don't know," he says, shaken. "For a second I saw something, a road, a motorbike." Her heart pounds. She holds him, steadying his body. "It's okay," she whispers. "Don't force it, just breathe." The moment passes, leaving him exhausted but strangely hopeful. It wasn't a full memory, not even close, but it was something, a crack in the wall that had trapped his past. That evening, Tu Diem sits alone by the fire thinking. The vendor's words, the white air blade, Toan's sudden vision, all of it connects in her mind like scattered pieces of a puzzle. She knows the road ahead won't be easy. Finding his past may bring pain as well as answers. But when she looks at Toan, quietly eating dinner across from her, she knows one thing for certain. No matter what they discover, she won't walk away. Whether he remembers everything or nothing at all, she'll stay. Outside, the winter wind continues to roar, cold and relentless. Inside the small house.
Hello mọi người, sau đây là câu chuyện về Tử Diễm, một người phụ nữ nông thôn cần cù, dành cả ngày thu hoạch và bán súp lơ ở một khu chợ nhộn nhịp ở vùng quê. Mỗi một cây súp lơ cô bán không chỉ mang giá trị vật chất mà còn tượng trưng cho hy vọng xây dựng lại cuộc sống với Toàn, một người đàn ông bị mất trí nhớ sau một tai nạn. Dù mệt mỏi, cô vẫn luôn vui vẻ và chu đáo, chọn những quả quýt ngon nhất để mang về cho Toàn và bà cụ. Lòng tốt của cô dần dần làm mềm lòng Toàn, và dù anh không thể nhớ về quá khứ, anh bắt đầu cảm thấy an toàn và được yêu thương khi ở bên cô. Qua những khoảnh khắc giản dị, cùng nhau làm việc, chia sẻ thức ăn và những tiếng cười thầm lặng, khoảng cách giữa họ dần phai nhạt. Ngôi nhà khiêm nhường tràn ngập hơi ấm, và mỗi niềm hy vọng dịu dàng lớn dần rằng tình yêu và sự kiên nhẫn cuối cùng sẽ giúp Toàn tìm lại được ký ức của mình.